This has been Coffee Football 1986 with Coach Jim Hartley and Jerry Knight. Join us again next week as Coffee takes on Huntsville High, right here on Group W Cable of the Shoals, your Coffee High School television network. The following is a presentation of Group W Cable, your Coffee High School television network. Recorded live at Brawley Municipal Stadium in Florence, Alabama, it's the Coffee High School Yellow Jackets taking on the Crimson Panthers of Huntsville High. Play-by-play by Jerry Knight and Bill Hunt, with pre- and post-game commentary by Coach Jim Hartley. And now, Coffee Football 1986.
Good evening. I'm Jerry Knight, along with Yellow Jackets head coach Jim Hartley, with a replay here on Channel 3. Last Friday night's battle between the Coffee Yellow Jackets and the Huntsville Crimson Panthers. Great atmosphere and the build-up of a great football game going in. The weather was outstanding. Coffee came in with a 2-0 record. It was their second consecutive home game after opening wins over Gadsden and Austin. A lot of people talking about the Yellow Jacket team after those two wins. And the Huntsville Crimson Panthers, on the other hand, a team that Coffee had handled pretty well in the past few years. As a matter of fact, they'd won 4 straight coming into last Friday night football game. But Greg Patterson's got a new team up there this year. They've got a lot of seniors back. They came in with a record of 3-0 and with the number 8 ranking in the state in Class 6A. It was a great defensive battle first half. For the second week in a row, Coffee battled to a 0-0 deadlock with their opponent. But in the second half, Huntsville used 2 big plays, 77-yard run by their tailback and a 60-yard punt return for the only touchdowns in the game. Coffee just couldn't get their offense generated with any consistency against Huntsville's great defense, and the Crimson Panthers stopped our 2-game winning streak for the year by winning it 14-0. Jim, tough loss, but we knew coming in we were battling a very tough team. Huntsville came in ranked number 8.
Yeah, that's true, and everything you said about Huntsville is every bit the truth, even more so on Monday afternoon. But the situation that took place Friday night, we had an opportunity in the first half. We missed a fumble. Robbie Richardson ran right by it. A kid from Huntsville was right behind him. He got it. If we'd gotten the fumble there, we're inside their 15-yard line. We come back a little bit later on in the quarter. Darrell Higgins intercepts a pass, returns it inside the 40, and a kid comes from the blind side, strips the ball from him. So we had 2 opportunities there that we felt like we were going to be able to get some points out of it, or at least was going to have an opportunity to get some points out of it. And it just did not materialize for us. And again, as the game went along, I know what was going through my mind is just going to be a thing. Whoever gets the first big break is probably going to win the ball game. And sure enough, that's how it turned out. And unfortunately, you know, Huntsville comes back and makes the 78-yard run later on, right with 7 seconds left in the third quarter, I believe. And sort of turn things around for them.
That play kind of broke our back because up to that time, as we said, the defense, even though that was the kick return team giving up that touchdown, had just played outstanding for the second week in a row. No points scored in the first half. That's unusual.
Well, Jerry, it's a credit to the kids that play on that side of football. I know Coach Stewart was talking to him before the ball game, and he definitely wanted a ball game where we held somebody with less than, I think he said 100 yards rushing total for the night. You go back and you take 2 plays away, I think they got 113 yards on 2 plays there. You take that away, They end up with less than 6 yards total rushing offense for the night, and that's just super defense right there. And you know, we told the kids that we felt like we played well enough defensively to have an opportunity to win the ball game, both in the first half and the second half, but it didn't work out for us.
Jim, our defense has played outstanding now for all 3 football games. In the first 2 wins, our offense came up with the big plays, mainly from tailback or running back tailback Kenny Tucker with a long touchdown run. But the offense was completely stymied the other night, and people are wanting to know where's the Coffee offense go from here?
Well, Jerry, it's I don't know where we're going to go. We're going to work and try to get a little bit better. But, you know, I think probably it's a combination of 2 or 3 things, particularly Friday night, starting with Huntsville's defense. Their defense, just to be honest with you, is a little bit better than what we thought, or at least what we saw on film. They were a little bit better than was indicated on film. Secondly, and of course I know, you know, it happens on both sides of football, both teams, but really Friday night was the first really hot night that we had, and I believe that got to our kids probably a little bit more than theirs, because I was going both ways, more of them rather. And secondly or thirdly, we just didn't block well in the offensive line. We just did not block well, either running or pass protection.
David Phillips spent a big part of his night scrambling back there, and under the circumstances did a pretty good job, but the relentless pressure by Huntsville's defense just didn't allow us to get any kind of a passing game going to offset the running inside of Tucker and Vernon Ingram. But one thing I noticed, you had an opportunity to play quite a few running backs the other night. 2 sophomores got in the game quite a bit, Mark Williams and Gene Davis.
Yeah, that's right, and you're in the weeks to come, and starting this coming Friday night, you're going to see them a little bit more too. Both of those kids were injured in the early part of the year. Gene had a slight concussion, and we had to hold him out of the Gadsden game. And Mark has been hobbled with a bad ankle ever since preseason started, and he's just now starting to come around where he's full speed. So those 2, along with a couple of other kids, we're going to start playing more backs.
Okay, well, it was, as we said, a scoreless first half. Temperature, humidity-wise, was a little bit high and muggy, but other than that, a beautiful football night and a good crowd on hand from both sides, and you're going to see a 0-0 struggle in the first half. And when we get into the first half, watch for 2 key plays that could have made an early difference in the game that Coach Hartley alluded to. In the first series, Huntsville has the ball. They fumble deep in their territory. We fail to recover that one. Then later on, Higgins with the interception and a good run back. As he was hit, he fumbled, and Huntsville got that one back. So that was 2 possession turnovers possible that Coffee could have had and might have made a difference early in the first half. So let's get into the first half of the game now of last Friday's Coffee-Huntsville battle. We're back at Brawley Stadium. Coffee will kick it off as Whitney Ford moves on the football. A high kick will be taken at the 16. Back to the 20 and head on at the 21-yard line. 3 Yellow Jackets knock him down on good kickoff coverage. Charles Smith was one of the young men getting up. Juan Jones was in there along with number 40. That's Mark Williams.
Well, Whitney Ford kicked a high kickoff that time. It wasn't that deep, but it was he kept the hang time up there where the Coffee defenders could get down on defense, and Juan Jones came in and hit him straight up and brought him down at the 21-yard line.
All right. Ed Willis, Steve Letson, Griff Crittenden, Steve Graham, Maurice Freeman, Marvis Freeman, and Bruce Davis, the officials for tonight's game. First down and 10 yards to go as the game is underway from Brawley. 7:30 on a Friday night. September the 19th. Huntsville dressed in their white jerseys and gray trousers. Put a man in motion. They pitch it to Maynard. Running on the corner at the 22, the 23. Fights to the 24-yard line. Donnie Maynard, and he's nailed over there by Montrell Reeder. Donnie Maynard, if that name sounds familiar with Shoals area football fans, he is the son of Charlie Maynard, who was a great running back and track star for Buddy Moore at Dashler in the 1960s, Bill Hunt.
And he's also on the board at the University of North Alabama.
Okay. All right, wide out to the right. That's going to be Good. That play gain 2, 2nd down and 8. Huntsville working from their own 24-yard line. We're just got underway. This is the first series. It's Maynard again on the corner at the 30. And he fights over the 30 to about the 32-yard line. That's going to be near a Huntsville first down. He's run out of bounds over there by Charles Smith and Montrell Reeder. And let's see where the mark it. It is a Huntsville first down at their own 32-yard line. So quickly, Coffey sends Steve Skipworth into the game. He didn't start, but it only took him 3 plays to get back in. He was not going to be out for the game, but he had a slight injury, but he's all right. First down and 10 yards to go. Huntsville working at their own 32-yard line. The quarterback is Blaine Watts, a double wide out this time to the right. They send Anderson out there along with Hyder. The backs are split. There's a loose football on the snap at about the 32, but I believe Huntsville got back on top of it. Watts recovered the snap from center. Number 50, Eric Douglas, and Watts, number 12, had a bad exchange, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 as Watts quickly fell on the loose ball.
Watts was trying to change the play at the line of scrimmage that time, and I believe he was taking a long time, and looks like he got his center confused, but they recovered the fumble.
Anderson is wide to the right. Here's an option play. Watts, and Coffey wraps him up after a yard, maybe 2. Will Coxon was there, but Robbie Richardson was the man that turned him in, and Trent Thompson helped nail him down at about the 34-yard line. Let's give him a pickup of about 2. It's now 3rd down and 8. Possession down for the Panthers at their own 34-yard line. So let's see what the spread is. Here comes Hyder, wide out to the left. And Anderson, the sophomore speedster, moves out wide to the right, and the backs are split. Big 3rd down defensive play for Coffey as Watts drops straight back to throw. A heavy rush got him. He fumbles the ball. It's loose at about the 19-yard line. Rolling back to the 18, and Huntsville got it. A tremendous hit in there by 2 Yellow Jackets who hit Watts. He fumbled the ball, but Huntsville got on it. Oh, that would have been a big break. But, Bill, another great play early by our defense.
Number 67, Scott Wilcoxon, was in there to make the hit that time, and he was in there before the quarterback had time to set up to throw the football, and that ball was on the ground for some time. One Coffey guy went right by it. We missed a good chance to get the ball deep in Huntsville territory that time.
So Coffey will force a punt. Donnie Maynard will hit it at about the 8. It's a low snap. He has to scoop it up off the ground. He got a high spiral out of there. Great kick. Higgins drives him back to his own 41, and he's hit immediately by Don Allen Hankins, who hit him just as he caught the ball at his own 42-yard line. They mark it at the 42, and that's where Coffey will open up 1st and 10 in good field position on their first offensive set of the night. 8:41 to go in the first quarter. There's no score in the football game. Beautiful night, kind of muggy, but a great night for football.
It's going to be a real challenge tonight, Jerry, for Coffey to do something on offense. This Huntsville team's only had 7 points scored on it all year.
They break right out wide to the left. Up the middle goes Ingram on the fullback draw, and he crosses almost the 45-yard line. They'll give him the 45. A gain of about 3 on the play. Keith Neighbors along with Edwin Crowder on the stop for Huntsville. The ends for Huntsville are Donnie Maynard and Brad Bowen. Jim Batson and Edwin Crowder are the tackles, and Collins Pearson the nose guard. The linebackers are Jamie Schaefer and Keith Neighbors. The cornerbacks are Charles Hyder and Pat Wynn, and the safeties are Charles Roach and Don Allen Hankins. 2nd down and 7. Coffey at their own 45. Higgins wide to the right. Here's the option play. Phillips on the keeper. Turns it into the 45 and gets to the 47, where he's clotheslines by Hankins at the 47-yard line. So Phillips looking good running the option that time, and Coffey hasn't run that a lot because Phillips trying to get used to the system, Bill, but he looked good on that option that time. It only got 2 yards, but that's a little bit different dimension than we've seen in the other 2 games. Here is a 3rd down play for Coffey. 3rd down and about 4.5 to go at their own 47-yard line. And here is a penalty play before the snap of the ball. That's going to be against Coffee. They line up off sides, and there's another penalty that coaches hate to see. That'll probably change the play call. Now it'll be 3rd down and about 9. So they move it back to the 42-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and about 9.5, so it's almost back to the original line of scrimmage. So Coffee sends Higgins into the game with a different play from the bench. Higgins will move out wide to the left side. He's a junior. Tucker Ingram with the running back. Coffee 3rd down and 9 at their own 42.5-yard line. David Phillips at quarterback. He's going to roll back to throw. He's got plenty of time. Shoots it over the middle. It's incomplete at the 45-yard line. That was a crossing pattern to Michael Johnson. The pass was low, and Michael couldn't scoop it up. So Coffee is going to be forced to kick, and they send Max Pride, their punter, in the game. Huntsville is going to have a double safety back. Number 22, Hankins, and number 11, Anderson. Here's Pride's kick. Good one out of there. Anderson's going to let it hit at about the 32. It backs up, gets a Huntsville bounce back up field, and it's downed by Coffee at the Crimson Panthers 36. Well, they say the 37, so that's where they'll put it in play. 1st down and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Huntsville gained about 17 yards on that exchange of punts that time, Jerry.
Well, it was a big play a moment ago on 3rd down when they sacked the quarterback, and he fumbled, but Huntsville got on it. Coffee would have had that ball back at about the 17-yard line. All right, here is 1st down and 10. Huntsville working at their 37-yard line. Here's the quarterback looking, giving off the right side to Pat Wynn, the tailback, and he makes about the 39-yard line. Robbie Richardson there. So that play gained 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Huntsville in white jerseys, blue numerals, red headgear, gray print. Coffee in their black jerseys with the white numerals, gold trousers, and the Coffee white headgear. 2nd down and 8. Here's a double wide out and a backs split. Pro set. Watts goes to throw. Quick look out. It's incomplete. He tried to hit Jeff Good, and the ball was thrown into the dirt, so it'll be 3rd down and 8 at the 39. Huntsville ranked 8th in the state in Class 6A, coming in with a 3-0 record and only 7 points scored on them all year long, and that was by Butler in the first game of the year. Coffee coming in with a record of 2-0. Coffee won last year's game 10-7 at Mill Frank. Hyder is wide to the right and Anderson to the left. Another big 3rd down defensive play for the Coffee defense. Here's Watts straight back in the pocket. He's looking over the middle, fires, is intercepted by Higgins at the 50. Higgins back to the 45 and down to the 47. He fumbles the ball, and Huntsville picks it back up at the 40. So they're going to get it right back. Watts overthrew his receiver, and Darrell Higgins intercepted the ball for Coffee and ran it back to the Huntsville 40. When he was hit, he fumbled, and Huntsville got it back.
But Darrell Higgins made a super defensive play by coming up with the football. The ball was overthrown. He was right where it looked like the pass was going to him. He cut up the field looking for some blockers, and one of the receivers for Huntsville came back, hit him from behind, knocked the ball out of his hand, so Huntsville gets the football back.
All right, Huntsville puts it in play at their 40. 1st down and 10 yards to go. Here's Watt on a pitch to Maynard. He's caught at the line of scrimmage and decked for no gain on a penalty play. Scott Wilcoxon was there along with Trent Thompson, the nose guard. And let's see what the flag is. That play actually lost a yard as Maynard was hit at the 39, and it's going to be against Huntsville.
It's holding against Huntsville. It looks like Coffee's going to take the penalty, even though it was a loss. The penalty will be from where the foul was, so it'll be about 11, 12-yard penalty.
That interception a moment ago by Higgins was his first of the year and Coffee's 3rd. Coffee now has forced 8 turnovers in the 3 games. They forced 5 last week in their win against Austin. So the penalty puts it back at the 29, makes it 1st down, and actually about 21 to go. Draw play. Running is Wynn. Trying to get on the corner. He's at the 30, out to the 35, and he is stripped out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Making the play for Coffee defensively was Montrell Reeder, the left cornerback. The wind carries it up to the 35-yard line at play gain of 6 yards. We're now to be second down and about 16 to go. Second down and about 16. They've got to go to the Coffee 49-yard line. The ball is at the Huntsville 35. Second down and 16. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score. Huntsville's had the ball most of the period. Coffee's ran just 3 plays. Here's Watt back to throw. He's looking. He is firing long. Right straight down the middle of the field. It's incomplete. He overthrew Charles Anderson at the Coffee 35. Good double coverage by Sean Ligon and Darrell Higgins. So it's third down and 16 to go for Huntsville at their 35.
Looks like Huntsville's game plan so far in the first quarter is to try to get outside Coffee's ends and to open up and throw the football deep against them over the middle. So far, Coffee's been up to the challenge.
Here is third down and 16. Coffee digging in defensively. Anderson wide to the left. Jeff Good comes in the slot that way. Here's Watts on third down, dropping straight back to throw. He loops a high, long pass right down the middle of the field. It's incomplete at the 30. It was intended for Good. The ball was thrown way up in the air, and Ligon broke it up for Coffee. So the secondary doing a good job tonight, Bill Hunt. It's fourth down. Huntsville will have to punt.
Well, they're doing an excellent job of coverage. That time the pass was intended for number 81, Jeff Good. The pass was lofted up high, just hoping he could out-jump the Coffee defenders, but Coffee was in the right place at the right time, and they knocked the ball to the ground.
Darrell Higgins standing back at his 25-yard line to receive this punt. Maynard gets it out of there. Oh, it's a beautiful kick. Higgins is driven way back to the 23. He's got it, 25. There's the penalty. 30, 35, and Higgins returned it to about the 38. That may be a clip against Coffee. Penalty was thrown right where the block was. And let's see what that will be. This will only be the second offensive series for Coffee in this game. 4:40 to go here in the first quarter. No score in the game. On a muggy night. Very high humidity here at Brawley tonight. So they're discussing the call now, and I believe it will be against Coffee. Here's the mark-off. It'll be clicking. So Coffee will start it back at their 23. Well, they'll have it first and 10 at that point. And here comes quarterback David Phillips into the lineup. Coffee first down and 10 at their 23-yard line. Keith Abernathy at center. Mark Wright is in a wide out to the left now for the Jackets. The backs are in the eye. Tucker's the tailback. He gets the sweep pitch. Running wide to the 20. Breaks a tackle at the 25 and fights to about the 26-yard line. Keith Neighbors drags him down from behind. Along with Jamie Schaefer, the linebackers had to make that play. And Tucker comes out to the 26-yard line. Coffee has number 40 in there. Mark Williams, a sophomore at fullback. Mark's been getting some good playing time here early as a sophomore. He's 6'1", 190. Coach Jim Hartley has a lot of high hopes for him over the next 2 years after this one. And he's in there at a running back at fullback slot. It was on that play with the lead block. And then he's still in there. Here is Tucker coming wide on a sweep. He breaks one tackle, but is dropped back at the 22-yard line by Maynard, the defensive left end. So Huntsville's game plan is to stop Tucker, Bill. It's very obvious. First 2 games, Coffee went to him so much, and they're trying to come up with some diversification in that offense, because that puts a lot of pressure on Tucker and makes it a lot easier for defense to kind of hang in there and defend. And Coffee probably, I'm sure, will try to open it up with a pass here tonight.
Well, that was a misdirection play, just like Coach Hartley said they were going to try to do, but Maynard stayed at home that time on his left defensive end. He wasn't fooled, and he brought Tucker down for a loss. Third down and 11 to go. Coffee with a passing situation, and Phillips to throw, and he's dropped back at about the 13. He actually fell down as he tried to move around, and Jim Batson came in to touch him down back at about the 12. So Coffee's offense once again does not do very much, and they'll have to kick it away. That's their second possession of the night, but Huntsville is gaining field position.
by Coffey's offensive ineffectiveness here in the first quarter. Out of the end zone, Pride boots a great spiral. Hankins signals fair catch. It drives him all the way back to midfield, where he draws it in there, and that's where Huntsville will put it in play. So actually, Pride won't get credit for a 50-yard boot, but he hit it right at the goal line, Bill Hunt, and sailed it out of there 50 yards all the way to midfield.
Well, it was in his own end zone. Anytime you're in your own end zone kicking the football, you got the coaches get sweaty palms, and so do the fans too. But Max Pride that time hit a beautiful punt, got it all the way out to the 50-yard line, and Huntsville Fair caught it right there.
Lane Watson, quarterback for Huntsville. They put it in play, first down and 10 yards to go at their 50-yard line. Here's a quick pitch to Wynn. Has a hole at the 45, cuts it back in to the 43-yard line. Steve Kuntz nails him there. The gain of 7 yards on the play. Is Wynn, the tailback, very quick. He's a 5'9" junior, just weighs 150 pounds, but is very, very fast.
We got a Coffee player down on the field, Jerry.
Okay, let's see who that is.
Is that number 72?
That's 72, Reggie Wright. So we've got a quick injury timeout, and let's take 60 seconds. Timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working to keep natural gas rates low and cost-effective for you. A $20 application fee will start the wheels in motion to have a natural gas service installed at your residence. Our engineering department will plot new mains and draw up a work order for your new service. The meter shop will check, repair, and test all meters before they're installed. Materials will be distributed by our warehouse personnel. Then a service line will be connected at the road, run to your residence, and a meter installed. So call us today and let us hook you up to the comforts of natural gas living.
All right, play back in. Here is a fumble on the first play of after the timeout, and Coffey has recovered the football. I'm not sure, Bill, whether it was Keith Abernathy or Vernon Ingram, but Huntsville had a new quarterback, Marcus Parsley, in the game, and he fumbled the ball, and Coffey has it.
Well, they were trying to run the triple option play that time. They faked the ball to Manor going up the middle. The quarterback took the ball back out of his stomach and kept on down the side towards the sideline, cut it up the field. One of the Coffee defenders stuck his hand in there, knocked the ball loose, and I don't know who it was either, but Coffee came up with the football. A big play gives them decent field position.
First down at their own 43-yard line. Here is Phillips. He's going to throw. He wants to shoot it out on first down. He's under a heavy rush. He's scrambling to his right and dropped back at the 32. So once again, Huntsville sacks the quarterback. That time it was number 65, Schaefer, the linebacker. And Coffey loses back to the 32-yard line. That play lost 11 yards, and now it's second down and 21.
We gained more yardage so far in the first quarter, Jerry, when we were on defense.
Yeah. Coffey's losing yardage here. They're minus yardage on the night. 1 minute left to go. First quarter. No score in the game. Coffey has it second down and 21. Draw play to Tucker, nothing going. We'll stack him up for no gain. So it'll be third and about 21 to go. Back at their 32-yard line. So Coffey still searching, trying to solve their offensive woes. It's been good enough to win the first two games. They're averaging 3 touchdowns a game, but they've done it on the big play of Kenny Tucker. And the offense has really been working hard this week. Here is Phillips back to throw in the pocket. This time he's got protection. Down the middle, he overshoots his receiver, Juan Jones, and Coffey will punt again. 12 seconds left, first quarter, no score. Coffey and Huntsville battling it out here at Brawley. And the Coffey defense will be called on once again to try to get it back. Max Pride, left-footed kicker, will hit it at about his 20. There's the snap. He gets it out of there, and it's a great kick. Boy, a great nosedive ball coming down, hits it about the 20, rolls inside. It's picked up at the 16. Anderson back to the 20 and upended at the 21-yard line on a great tackle there by Charles Smith.
Charles Smith showing his speed again, Jerry. He's the guy that had never played football until this year, and he came out and he is showing us some speed and some want to and wanting to get down that field and make some tackles on those specialty teams.
All right, that's the end of the
53-yard punch, Jerry.
Oh boy, he's booming them out of there. Yeah.
Sidelines can enhance your fall wardrobe with all the latest accessories. Sterling silver is a statement with a great selection of necklaces, bracelets, and earrings, as shown in Neiman Marcus. If pearls are your heart's desire, Sidelines can string and knot any length, any style to create a soft, feminine touch. High-fashion mirrored necklaces, exclusively Sidelines, tuned together with crystal earrings of your choice. Also, 14-karat gold in popular styles like the Cougaran gold ring. Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
First down and 10, Huntsville at their 22 as the second quarter starts. Parsley, the new quarterback on the option, and he's driven back after getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Vernon Ingram.
Oh, boy, did he stick the headgear on there, the junior linebacker Ingram. That play failed the game. So Huntsville going with two quarterbacks tonight. Coach Patterson said he would do that. Parsley is a junior, 5'10", 155-pounder. And it's second down and 10, Huntsville at their 22. Coffey's defense has been on the field most of this first half. We've just started the second quarter, and they've just been brilliant. They're getting better each week, and the offense now, if we can get them untracked here and try to put some points on the board against the 8th-ranked Huntsville Crimson Panthers. Some confusion now on the alignment for Huntsville, and they're going to be whistled for too much time. Well, they had 2 or 3 ends flip-flopping back and forth, and there was a lot of confusion on that call. So that'll cost them 5 yards. That'll move the ball back to the 17-yard line, and now it will be second down and about 15 yards to go at the 17. Coach Patterson not very happy with that call. Too far along in the year to have the lay of the game.
Well, I think when they see Coffey come up in a certain defense, or if they think they're going to blitz, they'll try to call an automatic play, an audible, and that time the players got confused on the audible, and it ended up taking too long, 5-yard penalty.
All right, here is second down, and a long way to go. There's a give him there, a fake, and an end around to Anderson, and he is going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage. It did not fool Coffey. Trent Thompson and Steve Skipworth, along with Steve Kuntz, got Anderson on the end around for no gain. So now it's third down. Third down and about 15 to go. Huntsville at their 17, and let's see if they'll put it up deep in their territory. Third down and 15 to go.
The man that made the initial hit on that reverse play that time, Jerry, was Montrell Reeder. He wasn't fooled at all. He was in the backfield, made the initial hit, then had the help from his teammates.
All right, the backs are Logan and Maynard. For Huntsville, here's third down. Parsley drops back, looking, sprinting out left, fires over the middle. It's incomplete at the 35. The ball was just a little bit behind Hankins. He got a hand on it, but couldn't haul it in. So Coffey now should get good field position. And Bill, this series right here points out the great, how people rely on effectiveness of kicking. Max Pride with 2 great kicks. The last 2 times Coffey's had the ball has allowed Coffey to be able to get in this position to maybe give their offense some breathing room.
Well, most close ball games, Jerry, are won on the kicking game, and that's what we might see here tonight.
All right, Maynard will punt. He is back very short, and here's a penalty flag thrown. That may be too much time again.
No, I believe number 25, Charles Smith, jumped off sides that time for Coffey. Jerry, we've got a score here in the first quarter over at Deschler. It's Deschler 14 and Bradshaw nothing.
Boy, those Tigers are hard to figure out, aren't they? Up and down.
They lost their first couple of ball games, and then they turned around, won 62-0, I believe, last week. And now they're ahead of Bradshaw 14-0 in the first quarter.
All right, Darrell Higgins for Coffey back at his 34-yard line, and Donnie Maynard will be the kicker for Huntsville. There's the snap. It's a low scoop. He has to punt it out. It's not a good kick. He got it off the side of his foot because he had to rush it, but it gets a good bounce as it hits at the 50 and scoots into Coffey territory and rolls out of bounds at the 44. So Coffey puts it in play. First down at their own 44-yard line. No score in the game. 10-15 left here in the first half. So let's see if the Coffee offense now can come alive. They have yet to pick up a first down in this football game.
Well, it's time for the offense to turn it on. We've had the ball 2 or 3 times on offense now in a series. We've lost yardage. I think we've lost 15 yards on in total offense in the first half, plus we had a 15-yard penalty, so it's time to move it forward.
Kenny Tucker and Vernon Ingram are the running backs. Coffee first down at their 44. Here is a give-off end around to Juan Jones, trying to get on the corner, breaks a tackle at the 45. He's at the 50. Coffee 45 and rolled out of bounds. They say he stepped out back at the 48. So Coffee with a little razzle-dazzle of their own and end around to Juan Jones, and he picks up about 8 yards to the Huntsville 48 where he's run out of bounds. And now it'll be 2nd down and 2 for Coffee at the Huntsville 48. Coffee checks Pernell Mitchell in the game. Mitchell coming in there at wide out. He is a sophomore, and he comes in there at flanker back with the play. 2nd down and 2 now. Coffee at the Huntsville 48-yard line. Their best field position of the night. Here's a draw play. A sweep to Tucker. Tucker on the corner and fights to about the 45. He was tripped up in the backfield that time by Charles Rhodes, the safety, who came up, but Kenny lunged forward to the 45, and it is enough for his first down. So very smart running by Tucker. He was tripped up and dove forward for the first down at the Huntsville 45.
And that's Coffee's first down tonight, Jerry. The 8-yard gain on the reverse and the 3-yard gain by Tucker around left end.
All right, wide out to the right is Mark Wright. First down, Coffee at the Huntsville 45. David Phillips to throw. First down, throwing long. He's got Jones out there. It's incomplete and just almost intercepted. Phillips overthrew Jones, and the ball hit right in Hyder's hands, and he dropped it. He almost had an interception at the 23.
Well, that's a break for Coffee right there, because Hyder had the ball wide open in his hands, and if he could have got by 1 or 2 Coffee defenders, he'd have had clear sailing down the sideline for a touchdown. But thankful for Coffee, it fell incomplete.
2nd down and 10. Coffee at the Huntsville 45-yard line. This time Higgins is wide out to the right side. Huntsville stacks their 5-3 in there this time. And here's the quarterback keeping up the middle for no gain. Might have got 1. That'll make it 3rd down. For the Yellow Jackets, they're going to give him 1 at the 49. 3rd down and 9. 9 minutes to go here in the half. No score in the game. Carbon copy of last week's Austin battle when it was scoreless at that time. The story's been Coffee's defense and Huntsville's defense. Huntsville's defense has allowed only 1 touchdown this year, and that was in the first game. They've shut out their last 2 teams. Here's a quarterback option play. Pitch to Tucker on the corner. 45 to the 40. Breaks it inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. That's going to be shy of a first down, and let's see what Coffee will call on 4th and about 2 at the 37-yard line. Tucker made a good burst of a run as he found the hole and got a lot out of that wasn't developing there early, and Coffee's calling a timeout right here. So we'll be back in 60 seconds with no score in the game.
This house is hopping, people having the ball, laughing and clapping, watching it happen on the HBO Knockout Ball.
The HBO Knockout Ball is here with blockbuster movies like Rambo, First Blood Part 2, Jagged Edge, and Cocoon, and HBO exclusives like Comedy with Rodney and Robin. So catch it all
on the HBO Knockout Ball.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise, and remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
4th and 2, we'll see what they're going to do. And Teresa, we've got some great coffee boosters that are backing coffee this year. How about tell us about one of them?
Budget Videos, the stores in Florence and Muscle Shoals have over 7,500 tapes to choose from. Take advantage of the discount coupon in Budget Videos full-page ad on page 58 in the copy program.
Oh, I love those videotapes, don't you?
Oh, I sure do.
Make a great weekend watching those things. All right, Coffee's going to go for it, Bill Hunt. They're going to gamble on 4th and 2. It's a straight handoff to Tucker. He's fighting. He got his first down. He runs out of bounds at the flag inside the 35 to the 34. A great smart run. He knew right where he was at. He got on the corner, broke a tackle, and stepped inside the first down marker at the Huntsville 34. And Coffee has a momentum-building first down.
Well, that was a good play on Coffey's part, a good call, because Huntsville was bunched up inside thinking they were going to go up the middle with just a yard and a half to go. Tucker took it, cut to the outside, and outran the cornerback to the sideline to pick up the first down.
First down and 10 at the 34-yard line. Wide out to the right. Here's Phillips dropping back to throw. First down. He's going to shoot it over the middle. He's got a man out there, and he dropped it at the 22. That was Juan Jones. Had he caught that one, he might have ran it in, but it hit on his fingertips, incomplete. But Coffey's coming out firing, Bill. They're throwing the ball on first down, and I like that.
Well, this defense by Huntsville won't let them get a whole lot of yards on the run. They've got to open the ball up and complete some passes if they're going to get first downs and put the ball into the end zone. That time, Coffee had two wide receivers out to the left. They cut over the middle. The tight end cut back against the grain. It hit him in the hands, but he dropped it.
Ingram and Tucker, the running backs, on 2nd and 10 at the 34. Here's a draw play. Tucker, and he is hit for a loss. He got away, but they blow the whistle at the 39-yard line. 3 Huntsville Panthers hit him and didn't knock him down, but they say his motion was stopped at the 34. Oh, he's a tough runner. So they knew that play was coming there. Draw play to Tucker. They guessed right, nailed him back at the 39. The ball is really closer to the 40, so we'll call it the 40. And that play lost about 5 yards. So it's 3rd down and about 15. 7:35 to go. First half. No score in the game, and neither team has threatened. Here's Coffey's 3rd down play from just inside the Huntsville 40. Phillips to throw. Looking. It's the screen. Complete to Ingram. And he gets to the 41, and that's it. That play lost as Huntsville had that one diagnosed just right. It took a little too long to develop. Phillips backpedaled about 20 yards that time, and Huntsville saw that one coming, and Bowen came up to make the stop for a loss of a yard, a loss of 3 yards at the 42, and now Max Pride will come in to kick for Coffee. So once again, the offense didn't go. Pride fumbles the ball. He's going to have to run it, and he's coming up to the 48, and that was a terrible snap. The ball skipped back there, and Pride had to scoop it up, and he didn't have any chance to kick it. And Huntsville will take over at the Coffee 48-yard line. So the kicking game falls under on that play and giving Huntsville great field position at the 48-yard line of Coffee. All right, Jackets get their defense on, and they'll have to call on them once again. Hyder is wide to the right. Here's Parsley giving off in there to Bowen inside the 45 to the 40, still fighting hard to the Coffee 37-yard line. Goes Brad Bowen, a senior tailback, and that's a first down. Play gained about 11. At the 36-yard line to market, gain 12, so it's 1st and 10. Huntsville now trying to put something on the board against this tough Coffee defense. 6:20 to go, first half. Here's a wing to the left side on first down from the Coffee 36. They give it in there to Bowen, and he's inside the 35 to about the 33. Bobby Richardson tripped him up there along with Stephen Kuntz. So it's at the 33-yard line. Second down and 7. Clock moves inside 6 minutes now. 5:50 to go. Coffee trying to hold off Huntsville here. No score. We're in the first half. Huntsville with the ball at the Coffee 33, 2nd and 7. Here's Bowen again, and he's stacked up. Boy, Richardson hit him at the line of scrimmage. Vernon Ingram came in to help nail him for no gain.
Robbie Richardson that time was at his linebacker position, shot the gap, and he guessed right on the play. He hit the running back right in the backfield and held him for no gain.
So it's third down and about 6.5. He might have got a half a yard. The ball is between the 31 and the 32. Let's call it the 32. Here comes Anderson wide to the right. So it's third down and about 6.5 yards to go. 5 minutes to go. First half, no score in the game. Here's a sweet pitch to Roach, and he is not going to get anything. As Vernon Ingram came up to knock him down along with Todd Wright. So let's see what Huntsville will do now. They're going to call a timeout, Bill.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
Well, a bad snap on a punt a moment ago has given Huntsville this field position, and it's 4th and 6 to go. So the offense continues to be frustrating for Coach Gainham Smith and the Coffee Yellow Jackets here in the first half of this game, and hopefully they can come out and regroup at halftime and come out and go to work in the second half. Here's the 4th down play. It's a shovel pass. It doesn't work. And a great defensive play by number 72, I believe, Reggie Wright. Let's make sure. Yes, it was. They tried to shovel pass where the quarterback went back to throw and shoveled it off to Roach, and he was dropped in his tracks by Reggie Wright. Bill Hunt, a great defensive read by Reggie.
It sure was. Reggie had a blocker on him, too. He fought the blocker off, and he kept his head up where he could see where the ball was going, and that was the old whoopee pass that Alabama's run several times the last few games, and Reggie Wright was Johnny on the spot that time and brought him down for a 1-yard gain. Coffee takes over on downs at their own 31-yard line.
Wide out to the right in the I formation. Here is Tucker, and he gets 1 yard. Well, actually, he gets nothing. He got back to the 31. That's where they put him down. Line of scrimmage, no gain, 2nd down and 10. Halftime, Teresa Moon will be here with big Coffee news. What's going on the campus here of Coffee High School, and Teresa will be giving you that here at halftime. We'll have performances by both the Coffee and Huntsville bands. We'll be updating some scores and giving you a recap of the first half. All of that and much, much more coming up at halftime of this game. No score, 3:45 to go first half. Coffee 2nd and 10 from their 31. This time it's Ingram running off the left side, and he gets out to the 35-yard line, a gain of about 4. Brad Bowen made the hit in there for Huntsville, along with Jamie Schaefer, the linebacker. So now it'll be 3rd down and 6 for Coffee at their own 35-yard line. 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Don't forget our coaches' breakfast tomorrow at 9 o'clock, live from the Holiday Inn, right here on FM 105. We'll be talking to the area coaches and players about tonight's game. Tomorrow morning at 9, right here. Here's 3rd to play. Coffee's going to run the option. It's the pitch to Tucker. He's trying to get on the corner at the 40 and runs up to about the 38-yard line, rather. He crossed the 35 to the 38, and Huntsville runs him out of bounds. They're really laying for Tucker. They've got 1 or 2 men assigned to him almost immediately, and they're doing a good job of containing him tonight. So Coffee's Max Pride will come in to punt. 3 minutes to go, first half. No score in this game. It's been a defensive struggle. There's a snap. Pride booms it out of there. A penalty play. The kick is coming up at the 40 and down at the 41-yard line. But let's wait and see what that penalty is. If it's against Huntsville, that could give Coffee a first down. So let's just wait and see. It's going to be against Coffee.
The illegal procedure called against Coffee. I'm sure Huntsville will refuse the penalty because it wasn't that good a kick that time. It only went for about 20 yards.
So let's see. They're talking with the captains. The ball is at the Huntsville 41. They're talking to Hankins, one of the captains here tonight, and they're going to refuse the penalty. So Huntsville will take it at their own 41, 1st and 10, with 3:03 left to go here in the first half. What about another one of those spine booster sponsors, Teresa?
Okay, for good health and exercise, visit the Courthouse Racket Club on Hilton Drive in Florence. take up one of America's favorite indoor sports, racquetball, at the Courthouse Racket Club in Florence.
Meet one of my favorite people, Teresa Moon. You work there, right?
I sure do.
I love racquetball. I haven't played it in several years, but do you play it?
I do. I played for about 2 years now, I think.
Maybe you should give me some tips, would you? Give me some tips. All right, here's the play. Running wide is the quarterback at the 45, and he's hit hard at the 46-yard line and down.
Number 25, Charles Smith, showing again his great speed coming up. The quarterback sprinted out to the left that time. It was a pass play originally, but he couldn't find an open receiver, so he cut the ball up field to run it, and Charles Smith came up from his defensive halfback position and stopped him for about a 4-yard gain.
All right, it's at the 46-yard line. Second down and about 5.5, 6 yards to go. Here's a wide out to the right. It's Good, and the quarterback to throw. He's going to be hit back at the 40. A blitz by Richardson, the linebacker. No, let's
Number
change it.
44, yeah. Gene Davis.
Okay, a sophomore got him instead of Robbie Riston. Our apologies, and Gene Davis, who's in there and made a great stop. He and Mark Williams, sophomores for Coffee, the coaches are depending on them a lot over the next few years. They have got great promising rays coming into this sophomore season. And Coffee calls timeout defensively, Bill. They think they can hold Huntsville here and maybe get the football back with 1:53 to go. It's 3rd down and 10 coming up, and we'll hold it right here.
Number 72, Reggie Wright's limping off the field, Jerry. He was hurt on a previous series of plays. He limped off. This time he got up under his own power and came off the field, but he looks like he's hurt.
Here is 3rd down and 10 for Huntsville at their 41. They've got a double wide out to the right, and the quarterback goes back to throw. He's firing long down the field. He's got Hyder down there, but it's intercepted and dropped at the 20 on a great try by Montrell Reeder, who leaped high into the air, almost falling out of bounds and almost picked that one off. But he made a super defensive play.
He sure did. Well, I think he was the man on offense, as it turned out. Number 3, Charles Hyder, turned out to be the defensive man. The ball was overthrown. Looked like Reeder was going to intercept it, and Hyder hit him just as the ball hit his hands, and it fell incomplete. So Huntsville's got a punt.
Let's see if Coffee may try to rush this punt. Maynard's back to kick with 1:43 to go and a half. Coffee will get it back again. There's the snap. Maynard's got time. He booms it out of there. A great spiral. It is headed down and taken at the 16-yard line. Here comes Higgins at the 20. Breaks one tackle, fights it back to about the 25-yard line. So Coffee will have it at their 25, 1st and 10, with 1:28 left to go and a half. No score in the game, Bill, and you've got a couple of scores from around the area.
Well, as we said in the first quarter, we haven't heard an update, but I'm sure they're in the second quarter right now. It's Deschler 14, Bradshaw nothing. Also, with about the same time probably we have left in this game, a couple of minutes or under, Athens is leading Muscle Shoals 6-0.
All right, it's at the 25-yard line. 1:18 to go, and the clock is now beginning to run. Coffee may just try to run that clock out. Here's a give in there to Ingram. He's up at the 30 and at the 31, and Huntsville knows him under at the 31-yard line. So Vernon got about 5 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Coffee wants to hold on to the ball and just maybe hoping somebody can pop through for a long run.
Jerry, so far in this first half, we've got two very evenly matched teams. Both teams are very solid on defense. Both offenses seem to be struggling a little bit.
Wide to the right goes Darrell Higgins for Coffee. 2nd down and 5 at the 31. Here's a pitch to Tucker, 30. He's at the 35 and is out of bounds at the 37. That'll be a Coffee 1st down. Ridden out of bounds over there by Lee Knight, who Coach Greg Patterson calls his best football player. Boy, what a beautiful moon across the way, Teresa Moon. We got 2 pretty moons tonight, Bill.
Right. I didn't know you were a poet, Jerry.
All right, the ball is at the 37-yard line. Coffee has it 1st and 10. The clock shows 30 seconds to go in the first half. No score in this football game. It's been a defensive battle. Here's Tucker on a cross play to the 40, up around the 45. Misdirection run, and he picks up about 8 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 2, and Coffee may let the clock run out. 15 seconds left to play. I doubt if they'll do anything fancy right here. That may be the final play of the half. 10 seconds to go. Coffee breaks huddle very slowly. 6 seconds, 5. They may get off one play. They'll have to hurry. 2 seconds to go. Here's the snap. Phillips going to give it in there to Ingram, and he gets 2 yards off the right side as the horn sounds. So we've come to the end of the first half, and for the second week in a row, it's a scoreless first half. The teams go to the dressing room, 0-0, and we'll be back with our halftime in 60 seconds.
Sidelines can enhance your fall wardrobe with all the latest accessories. Sterling silver is a statement with a great selection of necklaces, bracelets, and earrings, as shown in Neiman Marcus. If pearls are your heart's desire, Sidelines can string and knot any length, any style to create a soft, feminine touch. High-fashion mirrored necklaces, exclusively Sidelines, team together with crystal earrings of your choice. Also, 14-karat gold in popular styles like the Cougaran gold ring. Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working to keep natural gas rates low and cost-effective for you. A $20 application fee will start the wheels in motion to have a natural gas service installed at your residence. Our engineering department will plot new mains and draw up a work order for your new service. The meter shop will check, repair, and test all meters before they're installed. Materials will be distributed by our warehouse personnel. Then a service line will be connected at the road, run to your residence, and a meter installed. So call us today and let us hook you up to the comforts of natural gas living.
Well, Jim, if they did things that way, we could have saved a lot of time the last 2 weeks and just started the third quarter with a score 0-0 and would have been a lot more rested. Another 0-0 game at halftime.
That's true, Jerry. It's one of those things. Of course, I'm glad we're playing good defense, and the opponent is 0. But I wish we'd pick it up a little bit with our offensive people and get some points on the board like we did the first 2 games, and that's going to come.
What was some strategy talked over halftime? Let's go from the offensive side of the coin first, and what were some things you went over offensively at halftime?
Well, Jerry, we didn't change a whole bunch at halftime. I know Coach Smith was talking with his people, particularly the back and the interior people. We felt like what we were trying to do is what we wanted to do. The problem we was having was staying with our offensive blocks. I know reviewing the film yesterday with the coaching staff when we were working, they were slanting. Our tackles just didn't pick them up quick enough. They were sort of manhandling us in there, and we didn't get into them. And the few times that we had an opportunity for a surge, they started dealing with us. They started stunting, and we missed some stunts in there that stopped some drives. I know particularly going down towards the scoreboard end one time, I think we were inside the 40, probably the deepest that we got Friday night around the 34. And, I thought then, if we can get just a couple of first downs, at least we're going to be in field goal range, or at least one more first down, we're going to be in field goal range and get us on the board, maybe turn us around. But as far as changes, we made very few at halftime Friday night. They weren't doing anything that we hadn't worked against in practice. They played the 5-3 some, which we'd seen on film, and they played what we call a 50 rover. That was their 2-base defense all night long. So we just told our kids what we're doing is fine. We just got to do it a little bit better.
The touchdown, the first one that Huntsville gets, 77-yard run by Pat Wynn, who started off to the short side of the field and broke it back across the grain and outraced Coffey's secondary for a 77-yard touchdown run. Describe that play for us.
Jerry, it's what we call a cutback play. Greg, like I told you Saturday morning, he did his homework pretty good because it comes out of our offense. He ran it back to his fullback, where they start the flow one way and then come back, and he brought his backside people, his guard and his tackle around, and they just simply blocked down on it. And what happened to us, our left defensive end, I think Brian McLaughlin was in at that time, he was so conscious of getting a piece of the offensive end, not letting him off the line of scrimmage, that he went down inside and got tied up, and before he could recover to come back out, the back was already there, And, you know, and if he had recovered, he'd been right there. And then our strong safety, Charles Smith, comes up, has an opportunity to make the tackle there. We missed the tackle. And then on down the field from Charles on, we had 4 other opportunities, or at least that's what we counted in the film, where we had an opportunity to make the tackle. But, you know, the kid, you got to give him credit. He made a super run, used his blocking and his field well, and just made a super run out of it.
That made it 7-0, and then just a little bit later on, the straw that broke the camel's back, a 60-yard return for a touchdown by Charles Anderson, who's only a sophomore.
Again, give the credit to the Huntsville kid. He made an outstanding run on it. We had some mistakes in our kick coverage team. We did not fan to the left side or the wide side of the field and get in our lanes like we are supposed to. But again, there, we thought we had him hemmed up over there on the sideline. In fact, someone was either on his back or made an attempt to get on his back and sort of bounced off of him. He had got tremendous balance. He kept his balance and went on in.
That made it 14-0, and that was the final score. So we're going to watch those 2 plays in particular as we get into the second half of last Friday night's game with a score 0-0 at halftime.
Back to the 15, now back to the 20. Here's to the 25 and up around the 27-yard line. Gene Davis returning the kickoff for Coffee at that point. So Coffee puts it in play as the second half gets underway in a scoreless game here from Brawley Stadium. Coffee and Huntsville battling it out. All right, Huntsville gets their defense in the game now. Coffee with David Phillips operating at quarterback, and Mark Routs the wideout. Michael Johnson is also out there with him, and Vernon Ingram is the fullback, and the tailback in the eye is Kenny Tucker. Here is a get to Ingram up to the 29-yard line, a gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go. Number 74 making the hit in there for Huntsville. That's Jim Batson. All right. So it's second down and 8. The ball, the nose of the football right at the 30-yard line. Second down and 8 yards to go. Wide out to the right. Now Coffee puts a slot, and they split the backs on this play. Here's Phillips down the line, turns it in, and drives straight ahead to the 32-yard line, where he is nailed at that point. So it'll be third down coming up for Coffee now. It'll be third down and about 6 yards to go. 5.5, 6 yards to go. We've just started the third quarter. So here's a big possession down for Coffee here in the first 2 minutes of the second half. No score in the game. Right wide to the right. Quarterback is David Phillips. Backs are split. Ingram and Tucker are the running backs from the Coffee 32, third down. Phillips drops straight back to throw. He's got pretty good blocking. He slips and falls. He just fell down as he turned back at about the 21-yard line, and the offense fails again. And Coffee now will send Max Pride back into the lineup to punt. And I can imagine that Coffee's scratching their heads here over the ineffectiveness of the offense. Bill, we've got a flag dropped, and let's hold it. Let's see who that's against. Maybe against Coffee. Against Coffee. So they get a penalty here, and let's see what the call will be.
It's going to be a personal foul after the play was bone dead. One of the Coffee players had an altercation with one of the Huntsville players, and the referee saw it, threw the penalty. Coffee's going to be backed up to about their 11-yard line.
So that's a needless penalty against Coffee back at the 10-yard line. I don't know who that was against, but uncalled for nonetheless. Pride now will kick it out of the end zone. Huntsville may try to rush him here. There's the snap. It's a good one. He booms it out of there. High kick coming up the field. It's going to be taken at the 45-yard line by Anderson. He's running wide. He's going to be a flag dropped, another flag dropped, and Warren Jones decks Anderson at the 43. That's going to be clipping, as the two officials saw that play. It's very obvious in the open field. So that'll buy Coffee some more yardage here. It's probably got a good kick out of there again.
Number 21, Sean Ligon, was down to make the defensive play that time, and one of the Huntsville blockers hit him from behind, knocked him out of the play, but the referee saw it. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Huntsville.
All right, so Coffee buys 15 more yards with that clip, and they'll move it back to the Crimson Panthers' 36-yard line. So Huntsville now will go on offense for the first time here in the third quarter. Coffee's defense has been outstanding again, as they have all year long. They've carried the load in the first 2.5 games. Huntsville now with a double wide out. Hyder's wide to this side. There he comes in motion to the wide side of the field. The gift is in there to win, and he is up to the 39-yard line for Robbie Richardson, along with Kuntz and Montrell Reeder stopping. Let's play game 3. Second down and 7.
Huntsville that time trying the misdirection play. The motion was to the left side of the field. The flow went to the left side of the field. They handed the ball off. Coming back to the right side, Robbie Richardson stayed at home at his linebacker position, made the tackle.
Second down and 7 at the Huntsville 39. They have it. No score. 9 minutes to go. Third quarter, and here's a play up the middle, and a flag dropped in there. That play got to the 40, and that's all. Richardson and Wilcoxon in to stop Wynn, and that's going to be a holding call against Huntsville. So that'll move them back even farther. As Coffee now trying to maneuver for field position and getting the good end of that right now. Here's the mark off, 10 yards back to the 30-yard line. So they'll run that play over. It'll be second down. Let's see. Well, that'll be second down now. And about 17 at the 30.
Like I said in the first half, Jerry, our best offense is our defense. We're gaining more yardage when Huntsville's got the ball than we are on offense.
Yeah. It's second and about 16 yards to go. Back at the Huntsville 30. Here's a motion play. Quarterback handing off in the backfield, and going to be hit for a loss. They're going to kick him the line of score. They give him the 31. He was blown back by Richardson and Kuntz, who really put the headgear in there along with Trent Thompson, and he was fortunate. They give him a half a yard on that play. He was blasted back about the 28. They're going to give him just over the 30 where his forward motion got, and it's third and 16. 8:20 to go, third quarter. The Coffee defense really playing great this year. Full moon up above the stadium as Parsley rolls to throw on third down, over the middle, complete at the 45 and all the way out to the 49 and the first down. Parsley threw a bullet to Charles Anderson, the sophomore, who got in the open right over the middle in the seam, and Huntsville comes up with a big third down conversion.
Charles Anderson that time was split wide to the left. He went down the field about 15 yards and curled it over the middle, and the quarterback was sprinting out to the left side of the field. He had to stop and throw back against his body a little bit. A great pass right on the money. Good enough for the first down.
After Huntsville 49, Panthers first and 10, and a give in there to Maynard for a yard at midfield. He was submarined in there by Trent Thompson. So they say no gain. Just short of the 50, it'll be second and 10 at the 49. Hyder checks in offensively for Huntsville. 7:40 to go in the third quarter. No score in the game. This is not an area game, so should it end in a tie, if the coaches have agreed to play it overtime, we would do so. If not, we'd have a deadlock. So this is not an Area 14 battle. Here's the quarterback rolling out of the option, and they wrap him up and drop him at the 46-yard line.
Trent Thompson.
Yeah. Trent Thompson, the nose guard, decked Parsley on the option play before he could turn upfield. So that play lost back to the 47. Well, they're going to give him the 48. I never have understood how officials mark the quarterback sack. They hit him at the 46-yard line to give him the 48. So that play technically lost 1 yard, should be 3 yards. So now it's third down and 11 at the 48-yard line. Here is Parsley rolling to throw. He's under a rush. Coffee got him hemmed in at the sideline and pulled him down at the 48-yard line for no gain. Good coverage across the way by Coffee. That
Number
was
85.
Johnson, Michael Johnson, and Vernon Ingram was there. So the defense again does their job. And now let's see if the offense can generate some firepower, as Coffee now will be going on offense. Maynard is in the front. Coffee has Darrell Higgins back in safety. 6:15 to go. Third quarter, we have a 0-0 game here at Brawley. Kick by Maynard, a short one. Fair catch signal and pulled in at the Coffee 24-yard line by Sean Liggins. So Coffee puts it in play at the 24. What do we got here, Bill?
Timeout, Jerry. Official timeout. It's halfway through the third quarter.
All right.
Sidelines can enhance your fall wardrobe with all the latest accessories. Sterling silver is a statement with a great selection of necklaces, bracelets, and earrings, as shown in Neiman Marcus. If pearls are your heart's desire, Sidelines can string and knot any length, any style to create a soft, feminine touch. High-fashion mirrored necklaces, exclusively Sidelines, team together with crystal earrings of your choice. Also, 14-karat gold in popular styles like the Cougaran gold ring. Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now, interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
Hey, Teresa, how about another one of our fine boosters?
Okay, another boosters of the Coffee Yellow Jackets is Jim Greenhill Car Care Centers with 2 stores on Florence Boulevard. Jim Greenhill Car Care Centers features total car, light truck, and motorhome maintenance.
Yeah, that's kind of a mouthful, isn't it? I tried to read that today. Car Care Centers. That runs all together, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Thank you, Teresa. Our Coffee takes over. Bill Runt, first and 10 at their 24-yard line with another opportunity now to get some offense going. 6 minutes to go. Third quarter, no score in this game. It's been a defensive battle. There's a quick pass out, complete to right. At the 25, right takes loose at the 28 and is rolled out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So Coffee with a quick lookout pass from Phillips to Mark Wright, the wideout, and the play gain's just 4 yards. Second down and 6 yards to go. Clock is running with 5:45 to go, third quarter. You kind of think a touchdown might win this game or a field goal the way they're playing. Neither team has threatened in the game. They have not been inside the other team's 20-yard line, and that's what we call a threat. Here's a wing to the left, slot that way. Here's to get back to Davis, running inside the 30 to about the 33. Goes the sophomore, Dean Davis for Coffee. He's 5'8", 116. He runs it up around the 33-yard line, and that's going to be a yard shy of a first down. So Coffee has a possession play coming up, 3rd and 1 at their 33.
3rd and long one. It's about a yard and a half, but Gene Davis that time showed some good speed, quickness getting through that line of scrimmage, just a sophomore.
Wide out to the right. Here's a given there, driving straight ahead as Davis breaks a tackle at the 35 and runs it all the way up to the 40 and a first down.
That's number 40, Mark Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
Mark Williams is fullback. He's 6'1", 185 pounds, and he's a sophomore too, Jerry. We got 2 sophomores running the football.
Boy, Davis and Williams look good on those 2 back-to-back plays. So Coffee with back-to-back plays run by 2 different sophomores, and they get the first down at the 39. Well, we may be seeing the making of some stars here. Davis and Williams. First down and 10, Coffee at their 39. Here's Phillips pitching it back. Tucker wants to throw. There's a flag drop. Here's a pass downfield. It's going to be intercepted at the 26. But that'll be brought back, or rather, probably declined. Coffee's going to be called for a hold, I'm sure. Tucker with a pass that was intercepted.
It is holding against Coffee.
Coffee, Huntsville had that play diagnosed. Coffee tried that one other time this year and was incomplete, and this one here is intercepted. A halfback pass from Tucker, picked off at the Huntsville 26, and I think they'll probably take possession at that point. They will. So Coffee turns it over with 4:19 to go in the third quarter, and Huntsville will put it in play at that point. No score in this game.
That's a quick pitch to Kenny Tucker, and he's sprinting around the left side. He has the option, I'm sure, to run or pass. That time he pulled up to pass. The ball slipped out of his hand a little bit, and Huntsville was right on the money as far as the defensive play and intercepted it at their own 26-yard line.
Okay, Marcus Parsley, the backup quarterback, going in there for Huntsville right now. There's a handoff to Maynard. and he gets to 27. He's wrapped up there by number 67, Scott Wilcoxon. Gain of 1 by Donnie Maynard. Second down and 9 for the Panthers. 3:50 to go. Third quarter, nothing. Coffee and Huntsville, a scoreless deadlock here at Brawley. Bill, you ever involved in a nothing final?
No.
Never was, huh? All right.
We never did get shut out while I was playing football.
Oh, okay. It's up to 27 of Huntsville now. Second down and 9 yards to go. Wide out to the left. They've got a slot that way, and it's a pitch to the other side. Short side, and Maynard slips and falls for no gain. He tried to turn the corner, and his feet went out from under him. At the 27. We're really back to the 26, so the play failed to gain. So it's third down and 10. But Bill, Huntsville hasn't been able to generate any offense at all either.
No, neither team has been able to move the ball, really, when the defensive team has gained more yardage than the offensive team, I believe, on both sides of the ball.
So it may come down to a turnover. That'll be a key in this game. Here's third down. Parsley to throw. He's got time. Jones is after him. Now he's going to have to run out of the pocket, and he's going to be dropped. That'll be grounding the football at the 22-yard line. Was not a very smart play. Parsley was being run out of bounds, and he just threw it up in the air, and the official right on the play. No doubt about the call. That'll be a penalty plus loss of downs. So Coffee ought to get great field position here if they can handle the punt. Parsley was being run out of bounds by Juan Jones, and he just threw the ball in the air. And they got him for grounding the football.
I think he thought one of the players over on the sideline was the receiver. He threw it right into the bench, and just as he was being tackled and the officials made the right call, they give him a 5-yard penalty all back to the 18-yard line. It's also loss of down, so it's fourth down and a long way to go.
Been a very, very good officiated game here tonight by the crew. They've done a super job. Hasn't been a whole lot of penalties in the game, but they've called a good game. So that moves the ball back to the 16-yard line with the penalty. And Maynard will kick it at about his 8. Higgins is back for Coffee with 2:45 to go, third quarter, and still no score in this game. Maynard back to kick, and there's the boot. He gets it out of there, and it's a high kick, not very, very deep, and it backs up. It's coming sideways. Going to get a Coffee roll. The ball is going to roll laterally out of bounds at the Coffee 49. So Coffee with excellent position, and let's see if they can cash it in. First down and 10 at their 49. Bill Hunt.
Well, this is the best field position Coffee's had on an exchange of punts tonight. They're on their own 49-yard line. We have, I don't believe Coffee's got, what, Roy, 1 first down tonight? Maybe 2, 3. So it's time for them to put a drive together. Let's move that Huntsville team off the football, get that line out there, and get some yardage. Get a first down or 2, and then put it in the end zone.
All right. Tucker running in there. There's a get to him. Kinney outside. Breaks one tackle and is tripped up at about the 48. He just almost got loose. He was hauled down back there by Hankins.
Huntsville has tremendous speed in their secondary. Their cornerbacks and their linebackers pursue real well, and they come up. They got good speed. Kenny Tucker's not slow. That time it looked like he was going to break to the outside, and the Huntsville man came up and caught him from behind, pulled him down for only about a 3-yard gain.
Second down and 7 yards to go. The ball at the Huntsville 48-yard line. Kenny Tucker running in there. There's a fake to Williams. Here is Phillips on the option. Keeps it, crosses the 45 and makes the 44. Where Hankins comes up from the safety slot to nail him at the 44-yard line, along with Jamie Schaefer, the linebacker. Both the Huntsville linebackers, Schaefer and Keith Neighbors, who's the younger brother of Wes Neighbors, both are juniors. So now Coffee looking at a third and short possession at the Huntsville 44. It's third down and about 3. At that point, they've got to make the 41. Here's a big play, Coffee offensively, with 1:13 to go, third quarter, and still no score in this game. Here's Phillips looking, misdirection, fumble in the backfield. Jones trying to scramble for it, and he did get back on it back at the 44. So Coffee doesn't convert. Do not convert a 3rd and 3 as they fumble the pitch. They tried to run an end around in there, I believe, and things got jumbled up. They ran into each other, and the offense now comes off the field, and Coffee sends Max Pride, the punter, in, and he'll have to kick it. 40 seconds to go in the third period. Still no score in the game. There's the snap to Max. They're coming after it, and he got it out of there. Good spiral. Fair catch, single for Hankins, and he pulls it in at his 23. So Pride has kicked well tonight for Coffee, particularly twice from his end zone. He's kicked about a 45, 50-yard boost both times. So Huntsville has it at their 23. First down and 10 with just 32 seconds left to go in the third quarter and a scoreless game.
The more this game goes on, Jerry, the more I think you're right about it. The team that wins this football game is probably going to be the team that gets a turnover down deep in the other team's territory.
Let's see if Coffee is fortunate one that can come up with one here. Parsley is the quarterback, and Wynn and Maynard are the running backs. Parsley wants to throw on first down. Looking upfield, firing, incomplete, and Ingram was covering out at the 32. He made a dive for the interception, and it's second down and 10. So Huntsville trying to do something different to create a big play offensively. Their offense has been just as stymied tonight as Coffee's. Neither team has threatened in the game. It's been strictly a defensive battle. And now it's second and 10. Huntsville back at their own 23. 24 seconds to play, third quarter. Anderson comes out wide to the right. And Good's in the slot that way. Here's second down and 10. Here's a sweep. Here's Wynn at the 30. He's in the open field at the 40, at the 50, at the Coffee 45, at the 40. He's at the 30, being chased by Smith at the 20, 15, 10, 5. He's going to take it all the way for a Huntsville touchdown. 77-yard run by the tailback, Pat Wynn, and there's the big play that may turn out to win the game. 7 seconds to go, third quarter, and Wynn goes 77 yards for a touchdown.
Misdirection again. That's what the coaches, Coach Hartley said it would take for them to be able to move the ball against Huntsville. Huntsville did the same thing against Coffee. The whole flow of the Huntsville offense went to the left. They handed the ball back to Pat Wynn, coming back on the right side of the field. He had a couple of blockers out in front of him, and he waited on those blockers very well as he carried it all the way down the field. 77 yards for the touchdown.
Here's James Reed's try for the extra point. The snap is high. The kick is up. It is good.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise, and remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
On the next presentation of HBO Showcase 86.
Are you asking me to help you defect?
A riveting drama based on a true spy story. Yuri Nosenko, KGB. Was he really a defector or a KGB plant?
You telling me you know something about Lee Harvey Oswald?
Tommy Lee Jones stars in one of the most fascinating stories in contemporary espionage. Coming in September on HBO Showcase 86.
All right, Reed will kick off the big play we've been talking about. Huntsville took advantage of it. 77-yard run by Pat Wynn, the tailback, on the misdirection. He went all the way across the field and scored, and Huntsville leads and has broke this scoreless deadlock. Here's the kickoff, and they're going to hold it up for a penalty flag. Let's see, a flag dropped on the kickoff, so they'll re-kick it, and let's see who the calls again. Neither team has threatened all night, and we knew it was going to take the big play. Coffee's been getting the big play from Kenny Tucker, but their offense has just been shut down completely here and has been ineffective so far, but we still have a full quarter to go. 7 seconds left, third quarter, and Coffee's going to have to just gear up their offense if they're going to win football games this year. The offense is going to have to do their part. Defense has been outstanding. They broke down just on one play, but they have just played brilliant throughout the year and also here tonight. The offense has not complimented them tonight, and that's been the difference so far. 7-0 Huntsville lead. 7 seconds to go, third quarter. They'll re-kick it at penalty against Coffee. Offside, and here's a line drive to Ingram at the 8. Burning back to the 10, 15, 20, up the seam to the 25 and out to about the 29-yard line. Comes Vernon Ingram, and that's the end of the third quarter.
We'll be back in 60 seconds after 3 quarters, Huntsville 7 and Coffee nothing.
Terry's a girl with a serious ambition.
I am going to be a reporter.
But nobody's taking her seriously.
You're a pretty girl. You could be a model. Sometimes I just wish I were a guy. But, you know, the male body needs sex at all times. It's a living hell.
So this living doll decides to masquerade as a guy to get some respect.
What a fox. Dresses like Elvis Costello. Looks like the Karate Kid. I'm gonna get him.
But she gets an education that's no laughing matter. Now her girlfriend's on the line.
You'd be my date at prom.
Her boyfriend's in a bind.
Wait a minute, are those what I think they are?
And then there's her brother.
The closest I took to sex was a girl who took her top off to seduce my sister.
And it's all because she's gotta be just one of the guys.
All right, Huntsville leading 7-0 as we start the 4th quarter. They're ranked 8th in the state, and they've just had a big 77-yard touchdown run for the first points of the game. Here's David Phillips on first down, sprinting to throw, looking. He's throwing down the field. He's got a man out there, and it's going to be incomplete. Is it intercepted? I believe it is. The ball is intercepted by Huntsville at the 41. The ball was batted in the air. They tried to go the long-distance play to Mark Wright. It was tipped and intercepted by Huntsville at their own 41.
Well, it would have been a tough catch for Mark Wright, but he did have his hands on the football. He couldn't hold on to it, and it stayed in the air. The Huntsville defender that was trailing the play came there right at the time the ball popped out of his hand, and he caught it just as he got his feet inbound, and Huntsville intercepts at their own 41-yard line.
1st and 10, Huntsville at their 41, as the defense has to come on the field again. And Huntsville's going to ask for a timeout, so we'll be back in 60 seconds.
This house is hopping, people having the ball, laughing and clapping, watching it happen on the HBO Knockout Ball.
The HBO Knockout Ball is here with blockbuster movies like Rambo, First Blood Part 2, Jagged Edge, and Cocoon. And HBO exclusives like Comedy with Rodney and Robin. So catch it all
on the HBO Knockout Ball.
Sidelines can enhance your fall wardrobe with all the latest accessories. Sterling Silver is a statement with a great selection of necklaces, bracelets, and earrings, as shown in Neiman Marcus. If pearls are your heart's desire, Sidelines can string and knot any length, any style to create a soft, feminine touch. High-fashion mirrored necklaces, exclusively Sidelines, tuned together with crystal earrings of your choice. Also, 14-karat gold in popular styles like the Cougaran gold ring. Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
I want to remind you of a Coffee Huntsville replay this coming Monday, and each Monday at 5, from 5 till 7 in its entirety. Each Monday afternoon on Group W Cable Channel 3. Derek and Tom and Darnay and the group filming the game tonight for the replay. Here's a handoff off the left side to Roach, and he's up around the 43 of Huntsville. Huntsville just intercepted a pass, and they have it now at their 43, 2nd down and 8. The 11 and a half minutes left to go in the game, and Coffee's trading 7-0, Bill, so the defense is going to have to come up with a big play here.
Well, the defense has been the star of the game for Coffee so far. They've allowed one big play, 77-yard touchdown run by Huntsville with 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. But Huntsville hadn't turned the ball over. Maybe we can get one.
Here is 2nd down and 8. Quarterback Carter running. Got a hole at the 45, up around the 50, and he got his first down in Coffee territory at about the 48-yard line. So Parsley keeping for the first down. Here's some scores in the 4th quarter. Deshler 28. Bradshaw nothing. In the 4th quarter, Athens 14, Muscle Shoals nothing. And at halftime, Sheffield 3, Colbert Heights nothing. Bill, looks like a lot of defense being played elsewhere also.
There's a lot of zeros on the board tonight so far.
Coffee trailing 7-0 with 11 minutes left. Huntsville first down at the Coffee 48. It's a crucial defensive stand here for Coffee. Give off in there to Roach again. And he's fighting up near the 45-yard line. Kuntz in there along with Johnson and Ingram and Abernathy. They mark it at the 45. A gain of about 3. 2nd down and 7. Coffee's got to stop Huntsville right here. Coffee's offense is not threatened tonight. They've only been in Huntsville territory maybe once. They just have not been effective tonight. Huntsville, with a very tough defense, has not been scored on
but once this year. There's a throw out to Anderson. He's out at the 45, and Kuntz decks him at the 44. Good play by Stephen Kuntz, last week's Jacket of the Week. So that play gained 1. And here is third down now and 7. And a big defensive play for Coffee at their own 44. Huntsville third down and 7 at their Coffee 44-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the game. Coffee trailing 7-0. Here is a very big play for Coffee. Hyder goes wide to the right. Anderson comes out wide to the left. Here's Parsley. Sending Roach in motion. He's going to roll that way. He's looking to throw. He fires. It is batted incomplete on a great play by Skipworth. And now they're going to call a penalty. Oh, if that's against Coffee, it's going to be a big one because they had the ball knocked down and they threw a flag. Skipworth had it batted down and Ligon was trailing the play. They may call a flag on Ligon. Let's hope it's offensive. Let's see.
They're waving the flag off.
Good call. Yeah, boy, I didn't see any kind of infraction on that. It was a great defensive play with what it was.
Well, one official was watching the receiver, and the Coffee defender hit the receiver, but the other Coffee defender had Skipworth had batted the ball into the air before the contact was made, so there's no flag.
All right. Okay, and now Coffee has a new return man back, and it's Charles Smith, the speedster, senior. So they're trying to make something happen on the kick team. 9.5 minutes to go. Coffee trailing 7-0, and they're going to have to rally in the fourth quarter if they're hoped to win and keep their undefeated streak alive. There's the snap to Maynard. Coffee comes after it. It's not a good kick. Ball skips up. Ligon takes it at the 18, back to the 20, 25, and ridden out of bounds at the 27. So Maynard's kick was not a very good one, and Coffee will put it in play at their 27-yard line, 1st and 10. So now let's see what Galen Smith has got cooked up for the offense to try to get it upfield and put some points on the board and get back in this game. They've got the time, but they have got to put together a drive. And they'll have it at their 28. They mark it 1st and 10. David Phillips is the quarterback, the junior. He's gone all the way. And number 40, Mark Williams, a sophomore, and senior Kenny Tucker on the running back. Here is Tucker running up the middle of 30, and he gets to the 31.
Brought down by number 67, Errol Pride for Huntsville. Huntsville's defense does not really look flashy. They don't have any dominating players, but they just play good, solid defense. They don't get out of position. They hold their ground well, and Coffee hasn't been able to come up with a long gainer against them.
Play game 3, 2nd down and 7 at the 31. 9 minutes to go. In the game, Coffee trails 7-0. Phillips to throw. Spinning out, throwing out there to Tucker. Incomplete. Pass was a little bit wide at the 30, and it's 3rd and 7. Coffee having trouble picking up first downs tonight, Roy. How many they got? How many?
3 first downs.
3 first downs the entire game for Coffee. Haven't seen that in a long time from a Coffee football team. At the 31, here is a big possession down. 8:49 to go. Coffee trails 7-0, 3rd and 7 from their 31. They need a big play. And Phillips is back to throw. He fires over the middle. It's complete at the 45 to Williams, the right, rather. He bobbled the ball, but gathered it in and falls for the first down at the 46. And that's a big reception there, Bill.
It was, just at the time when we definitely needed one. That was Todd Wright. He was Mark Wright. I'm sorry. Todd is the guard, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he was split wide to the right. He went down the field about 10, 15 yards, cut it over the middle. The ball was right on the money for the first down.
Oh, Phillips really winged that one in there. First down at the 46. Here comes Phillips back to throw, and he's dropped. Back at the 37. Somebody didn't pick up the linebacker, Schaefer, who blitzed and nailed in for a loss. So Coffee loses some of the yardage back. At the 38-yard line, play lost 8 yards. 2nd and 18.
David Phillips got put into playing time this year with the injury to Callaway, and he has a problem when he goes back to pass. He's trying to get deep. He knows he's going to get a rush, and he's not watching what's going on up in front of him.
He just doesn't. Here's Phillips back to throw. They got him again. He slips and falls back at the 24. So now it's third down and a mile to go, and Coffee blowing another opportunity to get back in the game. 7:38 to go. They're almost back to where they started the drive. Back at their 24. It started at the 23, I believe. So now it's third down. They've got to go to the Huntsville 44-yard line for a first down. Third down and 33.
Excuse me, Jerry. The Huntsville defense knows that Coffee's got to throw the football, and they're just winding up and teeing off on those Coffee linemen. They're getting in the backfield before Phillips has any time to know what he's doing.
7:10 to go in the game, and Coffee trailing 7-0. They'll keep this one on the ground. Here's Tucker, and nowhere to go, and he got one. So Coffee will punt from their 25-yard line, and Huntsville will get the ball again. So Max Pride comes in. Coffee's only hope now is a turnover. 4 first downs in the game for Coffee. They trail 7-0, 6:42 to go in the game. There's the snap. Pride kicks it out of there. High spiral. Ball is taken by Anderson at the 40. He's running at the 45, 50, down the sideline to the 40, 30. He's at the 25, at the 20, 15, 10, 5. He's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Huntsville. A 60-yard punt return by Charles Anderson. And that'll about ice the game right there for Huntsville. Coffee giving up the big play on the punt return, and Huntsville with 2 big plays in the game. Lead 13-0. And Reed comes in to add the extra point. He's a sophomore kicker. 60-yard punt return by Anderson. There's the snap. Reed's kick is up in the air. It is good.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working to keep natural gas rates low and cost-effective for you. A $20 application fee will start the wheels in motion to have a natural gas service installed at your residence. Our engineering department will plot new mains and draw up a work order for your new service. The meter shop will check, repair, and test all meters before they're installed. Materials will be distributed by our warehouse personnel. Then a service line will be connected at the road, run to your residence, and a meter installed. So call us today and let us hook you up to the comforts of natural gas living.
Reed now will kick off. The defense has been outstanding tonight in all 3 games. Here's Reed's kick. The offense remains a mystery. And here's the ball. It's fumbled, picked up at the 15, back to the 20, up to the 25, 30, 31-yard line, and Coffee will put it in play at the 31.
The return that time by number 34, Juan Jones. On the punt return that Huntsville just took all the way back for the touchdown, Anderson received the ball on the left side of the field. They have 2 backs back there to receive the football. They crossed each other. He faked the handoff. He kept the ball going on the right side of the field. It looked like it slowed the Coffee defenders up just enough that he could get to the outside. Then Huntsville had a wall set up over there, and he had clear sailing all the way down to about the 15-yard line. And at the 15-yard line, the Coffee defender hit him, but he stumbled a little bit, but he kept his feet and carried it on the rest of the way into the end zone.
Looks as though shutouts are the order of the day tonight. Tonight, Huntsville leads Coffee 14-0. Playing in the 4th quarter, Sheffield 16, Colbert Heights nothing. In the 4th quarter, Athens 14, Muscle Shoals nothing. And also in the 4th quarter, Deshler 28 and Bradshaw nothing. So the Florence schools being blanked tonight by Deshler and Huntsville. Huntsville very deserving of their 8th ranking in the state. So Coffee's going to have to go back to the drawing board come Monday morning because Lee is next on the agenda next week at Joe Davis Baseball Stadium. If there is good news tonight, Bill, it is in the fact that this is not an area game and will not affect Coffee in that respect. So they're going to go to 2-1 tonight, but this is not an area football game.
Well, I think Huntsville's been in our area the last few years. Also Johnson, and then you had to add Lee into our area, and I believe Butler. So Coffee, if one good thing's happened to them this year, it seems that they are in the weaker area and have a good opportunity to get into the state playoff.
Gene Davis, or rather Mark Williams, and Kenny Tucker, the running back. Phillips to throw. It's complete to Skipworth on a super catch at the 42-yard line. He was punished just as he caught the football on a great hit by one of the Huntsville defenders, Hankins, number 22. But Skipworth, super job catching that ball for a first down.
Well, the ball was a little bit behind Skipworth that time, and he turned around, caught the ball, juggled it just a little bit, but pulled it in just in time before he was hit and did a good job of holding on to the football, and it's a first down.
First down, Coffee at their 42. 5:50 to go in the game. Here's Tucker on a sweep, turns it into the 40, trying to get on the corner, and he's hit at about the 43 for no gain. So Tucker fails to pick up yardage. It'll be second down and 10 at the 43.
Huntsville is just not letting Tucker get to the outside at all. Every time Tucker gets the football in his hand, Huntsville has 3 or 4 defenders right in his face.
They've done a great job of scouting. Our hats off to Greg Patterson. He knew, and he told us coming in, they'd have to stop Tucker to win the game. They've done that tonight, and they're leading 14-0. Second down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Phillips back to throw, looking over the middle. Fires it. It's tipped incomplete. Hankins broke it up at the 42. Was intended for right. It'll be third down and 10 for Coffee at their 43-yard line. 5:08 to play, and Huntsville leads 14-0. All the scores on the WLAY station following the game tonight, and the coaches' breakfast tomorrow at 9 from the Holiday Inn. Join us with the area players and coaches as we recap tonight's action. Here is third down and 10 for Coffee at their own 43. Phillips back to throw. He's under a heavy rush, and he's going to be caught and ridden out of bounds at the 38. So that play lost 5 yards, and that's about the 6th quarterback sack of the night for Huntsville. So Coffee will have to gig it away on fourth down unless they decide to go for it, and they'll not. 5 minutes left. They'll punt as Max Pride comes in. Pride has kicked well tonight. Another bad snap. That one bounced off the ground, and Pride gets a great kick out of there. Way back. Hankins fields it at the 21. Pride has kicked brilliant tonight in spite of several low snaps on the ground. That's been the one bright spot for Coffee outside of the defense, has been the punting of Max Pride. He gave the offense every opportunity to get in the game, and so he's played well, Bill.
He sure has, and this is just his second game this year. He didn't practice in the fall. He didn't play the first game that Coffee had at Gadsden. Coach Hartley talked him into coming back out for the football team, and he's just done a tremendous job of punting the football the last 2 games.
He's in the running for the Jacket of the Week. I don't remember a kicker winning that award, and certainly there's not been an outstanding effort on any one individual's part tonight that's been far above. It's been a lot of good defensive play tonight from the defenders, but Max Pride has kicked the football well and certainly done his job tonight. There's a brief timeout.
I don't know how to tell you what I want to tell you.
If you can't put your feelings into words, why not put them in a letter?
I'll never find the nerve to give you this letter anyway, but I just love you more than words can say.
I'm in love.
I long to have your arms around me and feel your body against mine. Whoa, radical.
But be careful where you put that letter.
Take your hands off my daughter, Fruit Lips.
Oh, it's the mailman.
My mother's in there crying. I hope you're happy.
She really liked it, huh?
She loved it, okay?
You look great.
My son's in the next car.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Do it right.
She loved it. Whoa.
Well, what about you?
Me? Oh, I have no standards. I mean, I'd even go out with you.
You and me, him and her, all together at the same house at the same time.
No sacrifice, no reward.
XXX. Oh. You think I gotta write her another one?
Secret admirer.
Huntsville puts it in play at their 21. Here's Watson there, pitching into the backfield. Here's the fullback, Kevin Caudle, and he's wrapped up by Smith and Richardson. That play lost yardage. Let's see where the official marks his progress. At the 19, a loss of 2. It'll be second down and 12. Blaine Watts now in the lineup for Huntsville. Ball at the 19. It'll be second down and 12. 4:25 to play. Huntsville has got a commanding 14-0 lead over Coffee. 2 big plays in the game for both of their touchdowns. Here's a draw play, running outside and losing back to about the 18. That play lost 1. Eric Logan. Another booster of the Coffee Yellow Jackets is Chisholm Hills Church of Christ with their theme, Possibilities for the Master. Parents bring them to Jesus. Chisholm Hills Church of Christ, 2810 Chisholm Road in Florence. Look for their full-page ad on page 25 in the Coffee program. So now it's third down and 13, back of the 18-yard line for Huntsville with 3:45 to go. Wide out to the right is Good. Here's the quarterback on a misdirection play. Running wide to tailback up around the 20 and down to the 21, the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th and 10, and Huntsville will have to punt. Huntsville will kick, and Carver's going to get the ball one last time as Charles Smith goes back in safety. So Coffee would like to soften the blow a little bit by at least getting on the board.
Well, we've got enough time if we can get the ball carried in real quick, get an onside kick. We've got a slight chance, but the time's against us right now.
Maynard back to kick. Coffee looks as though they're going to have a rush on him. They'll 10 men on the line, and here they come, and he got it out of there. Good kick. That'll leave Smith back to field it by himself, and he pulls it in at the Huntsville 48. So Coffee will put it in play at that point. First down and 10 at the Huntsville 48-yard line with 2:47 left in the game, and Huntsville on top by a score of 14-0. We'd like to say hello to Harold Green, who is helping the Coffee coaching staff this year. Harold is eligible this year at UNA and will be eligible next year. He's a student coach, big 6'4", 265-pounder, Bill, and he's working with the defensive tackles this year and doing a good job.
And I know Coach Harley and his staff glad to have him.
Yeah, they sure are. Harold Green. All right, first down at the 48. Phillips back pedals to throw. Over the middle is complete. Inside the 40 and fighting at the 35 is Tucker. That's the first down. So Tucker out of the backfield, and Phillips winged that one right on the money, and a good catch by Tucker. First down at the Huntsville 35. 2:40 to play. Clock starts now with the setting up the chains. First down, Coffee. Well, the Jackets would at least like to get into the end zone and avert a shutout. The ball at the Huntsville 35. Here's Phillips keeping it, turning it inside to the 31. That's a gain of about 4. It'll be second down and 6 yards to go. Keith Neighbors, the linebacker, made the hit in there for Huntsville. Mark Wright checks in now for Coffee. The ball at the Huntsville 31. I believe this is Coffee's deepest penetration of the game at the Huntsville 31-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the game, and Huntsville leading 14-0. Right on a wide out to the right. Phillips goes back to throw. Looking, firing straight over the middle. It's intercepted at the 8. He threw it right into the hands of Hankins, the safety, at the 8-yard line. That's the third interception for Huntsville. Phillips threw that one right straight into the hands of Hankins, who was on the ground at the 8-yard line.
That's right, Jerry. Hankins was the free safety, and he was just playing deep, trying to prevent the home run ball for Coffee, and he tried to react to the receiver going down the field, and he slipped down, and the ball was overthrown and came down right in his arms. So that lets you know when everything's going your way, when you intercept balls laying on the ground, you're going to win the football game.
Parnell Mitchell comes into the game along with Gene Davis. Huntsville has it with 1:40 to go at their own 8-yard line. There's a give in there, up to the 15, 20, out to the 25, out to the 30, out to the 40, and down finally at the 45-yard line. Goes Eric Logan, the tailback, and Derek Key ran him out at the Huntsville 45, and he almost got loose on that one. There's been only 2 touchdowns in the game, a 77-yard run and a 60-yard punt return. Outside of that, that's all. Coffee's defense has played outstanding. Huntsville has completely shut down Coffee's offense tonight, and they lead 14-0 with 1:20 to go in the game. Coffee will try to get back on the track next week at Lee. We'll be playing at Joe Davis Baseball Stadium. Airtime 7 o'clock with the Jim Hartley Show. Coffee will go to 2-1 tonight. After tonight's game, here's a quick pitch to the fullback Caudle, and he is at the 41. Stopped in there by Smith and Richardson. Robbie's played another great game tonight. He always plays well. Coffee's senior linebacker. He's a tremendous leader on the team. At the 45-yard line, the ball is put. Huntsville territory with 42 seconds left in this game. Quarterback is Blaine Watt. He started the game and then partially played a good bit in the middle portion of it, and now he's back in there. Here's a pitch to Logan. He's fumbled. There's a flag dropped, and Coffee fighting for it at the 33. Let's see who got the loose ball. I think Huntsville got the ball, but there's a flag at the 45. Coffee can't even get the loose ball tonight, Bill. As you said, when things are going your way, they're going your way.
Well, that's right. Coffee has 3 defenders around that fumble, and the only offensive player there for Huntsville is the one that came up with the football. There's a holding penalty against Huntsville on this play. Coffee's going to decline the penalty, though, because it was about an 8 or 9 yard loss anyway.
That fumble went right straight up in the air. When Huntsville very alertly fell on it. 26 seconds to go. This could be the last play of the game, unless Coffee elects to call timeout. Here's Watt to his fullback Logan to the 40 with 10 seconds to go, and Coffee's going to call timeout, or are they? It's down to 5 seconds, and they do call timeout to let it go one more play. You never know what will happen. We could have another fumble up in the air. So Coffee fighting to the end, and we'll hold it right here, Bill, with 5 seconds to go. We're going to be in the baseball stadium next week against Lee.
Well, Lee and Coffee is always a big football rivalry. It has been for several years, and we look forward to going to Huntsville and during the ball game from the Joe Davis Stadium. I've never had the privilege of being in that stadium, and looking forward to that. We're also looking forward to Coffee having a good week of practice and getting some offense generated, coming back next week and playing a good football game. They were up against an excellent Huntsville team. They have a great defense, and they took advantage when they had a couple of opportunities to break the big play. That's what they did. So that's a sign of a good winning football team. Coffee's got to regroup, not let this get them down, because there's a lot more football to play this year.
Well, our hats off to Greg Patterson, a good friend of ours and a great football coach. He has got himself a team up there this year, and we want to wish them the best of luck the rest of the way. This is not an area game, so it will not hurt Coffee in the playoff standings, but they'll just have to, as Bill said, regroup next week, and I'm sure they will. All right, here's the final play of the game with 5 seconds to go. Here's Watts back to throw, and he's just going to run back and fall down. He's way back at the 20, and he falls at the 21. It's over. Huntsville has won it tonight, 14-0 over Coffee, and we'll be back with a wrap-up of tonight's game in 60 seconds.
Sidelines can enhance your fall wardrobe with all the latest accessories. Sterling silver is a statement with a great selection of necklaces, bracelets, and earrings, as shown in Neiman Marcus. If pearls are your heart's desire, Sidelines can string and knot any length, any style to create a soft, feminine touch. High-fashion mirrored necklaces, exclusively Sidelines, team together with crystal earrings of your choice. Also, 14-karat gold in popular styles like the Cougaran gold ring. Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now, interest rates are at a low of 10.9%, with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
Well, Jim, after the 14-0 loss to Huntsville, we're going to have to bounce back now because we've got another Rocket City team waiting for us. we've got to go to Huntsville this coming Friday night to battle the Lee Generals, and that's a ball club that over the years, Coffee's kind of played back and forth. I remember the Ricky Moore era up there, when Rodney German played for Coffee. Those some great battles those 2 or 3 years along in there, and it's just always been a pretty good series. Coffee has done well against Lee in a lot of the games, and they're going to be awaiting us up there. And what do you know about the Lee Generals?
Yeah, other than they're a very good football team, typical Huntsville football team. They're a little bit bigger, interiorly speaking, than Huntsville is. They've got the big running back, about 225, about 6'2", 225. Coach Bennett has made some changes with his personnel. The kid that he had last year, number 44, I believe, Greg, I believe that was his name. He switched him to a wide receiver, and the Herring boy is trying to throw the ball a little bit more this year. But typical Lee football team, and they'll be well coached, as most Huntsville football teams are.
One scary thing, first of the year, the writers in Huntsville were picking Lee to be the best team in the city. It looks as though, as the way things are developing, that perennial power Johnson is going to have something to say about that. They beat Lee 22-0 a few weeks ago to kind of dispel that speculation. But prior to the season, they were picking Lee to be the top team in Huntsville.
I don't know about those riders. If I had a vote, I know who I'd vote for, because I've played those folks too many years. But Lee is a good football team, and I'm sure from what they saw in the spring and what they had coming back, and was basing some things that they felt like they was going to be a good football team, and they are a good football team. But for us, Jerry, it's really a crucial situation. We're coming off of a loss. We've got to go on the road. That makes it doubly tough for us. So, you know, we're just going to have to bow our neck a little bit and have a good week of practice and preparation and get ready to go up there and play a good football game.
We need to remind the fans that we won't be playing in the traditional Milton Frank Stadium and the old Goldsmith Shipman field we've played in before, but the game Friday night, Coffee Lee, is going to be at the Joe Davis Baseball Complex, the baseball stadium where the Huntsville Stars played. We're looking forward to that, and what, if any, information do the people need to know to get there to that one, Jim? And is that atmosphere going to make any kind of a difference at all to the players?
Jay, I don't think so. I think they're going to be enthused about playing at the baseball complex there, especially since we normally play at Milton Frank, and then the dressing facilities up there are lacking a little bit, and some of our seniors may have even played at the old Goldsmith Shipman Stadium over there. So, I think they're going to look forward to it. And I was talking to Coach Bennett Saturday afternoon when we swapped films. And he told me they had sodded the infield up there last week, so he said the sod should have taken by the time we play on it. So it ought to be nice. As far as getting there, Jay, I think if they go down, the Parkway, turn right there at Shoney's, I believe, and go over one overpass there, and I believe it's Drake. And it'll be off to the right.
Be well visible there.
They can't miss it.
A lot of our people have probably saw the Stars play there. Only one question I've got about playing in the stadium. I wonder if we kick a field goal or an extra point and it's fouled, do we get to do it again?
I don't know. We can't lose too many more balls. We lost one down in Gaston and we didn't recover.
This is not an area game. All of them are important, and coaches like to continue to stress that. But how do you keep a team up when they know it's not an area battle coming up?
Well, Jared, just simply because it's the next game, and it's a Huntsville team, and we've always taken pride in going over there and playing well and trying to beat those folks, and we've held our own with them most of the time. But the biggest thing is just the next game. I mean, we're coming off of a loss, and I think that's going to be enough incentive for us to get back on track with the schedule that we got coming.
Okay, make it over there at Joe Davis Stadium Friday night. You